things off this, oops, there we go, recording in progress. So as we kick things off this evening, we are going to turn it over to our Vice President of Student Services, Romeo Azandakan. Please give him your attention. He's also my boss, so we need to treat him nicely.
Hey, Steve. Thank you. Welcome, everyone. It is such a pleasure to be here this evening with you all. We welcome you to the Fall 2024 New Student Orientation. My name is Romeo Azandakan. I'm the Vice President of Student Services and Chief Diversity Officer here at the college. So I oversee all of our student supports and resources and our strategic diversity initiatives here at the college. Again, we're so excited as you begin this journey here at Central Penn. The student services team, our goal here from enrollment through graduation is to really support and empower your success. Now, that word empower is really, really important because to empower someone, particularly in their educational pursuits, we first provide resources. We support you academically and also non-academically with all the things that comes with navigating the collegiate process. We want to provide you with tools and most importantly, we want to advocate for you. We want to advocate for your success, advocate for those times where you need additional assistance, when things get a little bit more difficult as you're going through your degree program, any issues that happen outside the classroom, and just to ensure that you get on track to meet the goal of graduation. So that is our goal for student services, and that's the goal of tonight, is to provide you with a little bit of information from critical areas around what these resources and support items will be, just to familiarize yourself, and so that as we navigate your first week, you feel prepared. But in addition to that, my biggest thing for students is to kind of give them some perspective on keys to what keys do you need to be successful. And these aren't necessarily like strong academic keys or items that will ensure that you are successful. Obviously, that happens in the classroom, that happens with the work ethic and the sacrifice that you make. But different things that I find consistent over my 17 years in higher education that I see keys that students can embrace as they begin this collegiate journey, or if you're continuing or if you're returning to college. These things are pretty consistent across the board. The first thing for me is press the reset button. Again, many of you are first-time college students, returning students. Steve mentioned that a little bit earlier. It's important to just reset, right? It's a new journey. Don't put too much pressure on yourself. In short, just understand that it's a new expectation for you. It's a clean slate to begin your journey here at Central Penn College. That helps you sort of be in the right mind frame to embrace the experiences and opportunities that come. The second key for me is to balance your academic, personal, and social life. So these are like the major parts of being a student. Usually if one area is not great, the others will start to suffer. So it's important that you have balance, so prioritizing your academics, your work schedule, your social environment and life that you have, your family life. Some of you who have children and families, it's important to have balance. The next thing for me is to get involved, be an active member of the college community. Study shows the more invested you are, the more engaged you are in the collegiate experience, whether it's that joining clubs and organizations, whether it's coming to college events, sporting events and our athletic programs, or just being around campus, or if you can't be around campus, that you're connected online through different mediums, whether it's Blackboard, whether it's SharePoint, which you'll learn a little bit more about later, that you're connected with the college. So the more involved you are, the more likelihood that you will ensure your success. And it's also, for me, a better experience for students as they navigate the collegiate journey. Take advantage of opportunities and programs that are offered. That could be academic, whether it's resources that your faculty want to provide you, additional study times, opportunities to come to our learning hub or to sign in for tutoring. Take advantage of those things. Support services. Don't wait till week 9 to ask for help, right? That's really, really important. Take advantage of those support services that are going to be offered to you. You'll hear a lot about what those are tonight as well. The other things is programs that are offered by the college, whether it's, again, public events, events that are happening on campus that you can be engaged in, career fairs, as Steve would probably navigate that in his department, different opportunities to kind of learn about different areas of the collegiate experience and programs. Take advantage of those things. Don't be idle in waiting for those opportunities. Take them as they come. The next thing is to get to know who you are. You will grow throughout this process. You will not be the same person you are today in term three. So it takes a little bit of time, but you got to get to know your academic behaviors, your non-academic behaviors, things that you need to work on. Just kind of check in with yourself about where the areas of strengths are and where those areas of need are. Get to know who you are as you're growing throughout this process. And lastly, for me, it's just to have fun, enjoy this experience. This oftentimes the best times of your life to be in the collegiate environment, to achieve that goal of of getting a degree, so that you can translate that into a career, not just a job, but something that you wake up every day and you love to do, right? But certainly don't forget to have fun. But part of that is also being engaged. Part of that is also getting involved. Balance, and then also taking advantage of the opportunities that come to you. So with that, I'd like to thank you again for joining us tonight. A lot of information is going to come your way about resources and things that you need to be prepared for week one. But I'm so happy for you, and we're excited to have you here as part of Knight Nation. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Romeo. Next up, we have Dr. Brant Ellsworth, but I'm not sure if he has joined us yet. Kelly or
I'm not sure
Elijah?
he's able to get in since we're
Okay,
at max capacity.
that's what I was afraid. And I don't see Erica either.
One second.
Okay, 1 second. Hang on. All right, bear with us, folks, while we try to navigate a little technical snafu here.
We're good now. He's coming.
All right, I think Dr. Ellsworth is joining us. Dr. Brant Ellsworth is the Dean of Faculty at Central Penn College, and he is also the General Studies Program Director. So he is going to be giving you an overview of General Studies. Dr. Ellsworth.
Hey, Steve. Hey, everybody.
Hi.
Let me see if I can share my screen. And we'll rock and roll. Let's do it. All right.
Got it.
Is this showing up? All right, let's go
It
to the
is
start.
showing up.
And all right. Hey, everybody. As Steve said, my name is Dr. Brant Ellsworth. I've been a faculty member at Central Penn since 2016. And in my current role as Dean of Faculty, I have oversight over the college's faculty and programs. And so I work closely with them to ensure that you are receiving a quality education. So today in my comments, what I want to ask you to consider is why you and why college? In short, what are we doing here? What are you doing? Why are you starting this journey with us today? I'm guessing many of you feel like this little guy standing here at the base of this stairwell. It seems maybe daunting. Maybe you feel a bit alone. Maybe you're asking, "What am I doing?" And I want to explain a little bit about what we understand the purpose of college to be. At Central Penn College, we take seriously our responsibility for you, the student. And the first thing I want you to do is consider, what is it that you are here for? What are you seeking? Each of you made a decision at some point in the last several weeks or months to apply to college. Perhaps there was a program you were looking at. Maybe it's our PTA, OTA programs. Maybe it's our medical assisting programs. Maybe you are envisioning yourself working closely with other people with their health. Maybe it's the Search Tech program. Maybe you are envisioning yourself as an accountant, working with money, working in finance. Perhaps you just see yourself working with other people, maybe as a business leader, as an entrepreneur. Maybe you're just simply here because you have a family. You have people that you are caring for, and you feel a sense of responsibility that you need to do more with your life than you're currently doing. This is my crew. This is the Ellsworth family. And, this is my motivation. This is why I do what I do. Maybe you're here because you're tired of giving of your time and getting very little and getting very little back. Maybe you understand that your time is more valuable than your employer currently is paying you. Regardless of whatever your reason is, we at Central Penn, the faculty and the program directors, are here to help you get to that next step. What I'd like for you to do, wherever you are, is take a minute, and I would like for you to write this down. Maybe it's just writing it down in your brain. Maybe it's writing it down on a piece of paper. But I think it's important at the very onset that you identify what is your purpose. And so if you have a card, a piece of paper, a note card, whatever it is, write it down. Maybe it's just on your phone. Make it your screensaver. I want you to write down what it is you are doing and who are you doing it for. Because I tell you, this journey, this very first step that you're taking, is not an easy one. And there will come times in the next several weeks or the next several months when you will need to be reminded of what this is all for. Because this journey is not a simple one. We try to make it as simple as possible. But there will be struggles along the way. And it's helpful to be reminded of what it's all for. Now that you have identified what you are here for, if I can just in a few minutes explain what the college is here for. Why colleges? Why universities? What are these supposed to do? Well, at Central Penn, we have a very clear mission statement. When you walk in the campus, you'll see it on the wall. It says this: Central Penn College opens opportunities to students from a variety of academic backgrounds by providing the education needed for employment and advancement in their fields. Said just simply, the college is here to meet you wherever you are right now and to get you to wherever you want to go. For some of you, that is just basic employment. Again, those career paths that we identified earlier on. For some of you who are currently employed, perhaps it means an advancement. Maybe you have hit that peak. And Central Penn our goal is to be that opportunity to get you the skills and knowledge that you need to move on. And that's it. In short, college is here to do two things. We provide and certify knowledge and skills. That's it. Knowledge and skills. We want to teach you things. We want you to identify your career path. We want to teach you the terminology, the language that you will need to use. We want to make sure you understand the theories and the practices so that on day one, you can be successful in that chosen career. But we also are here to certify that you have the skills to do that job successfully. Now, every year, an organization called the NACU, they put out a survey to employers and asks employers, hey, when you are hiring a new college graduate, what are the things that you are looking for? And every year they publish it. Here it is. Here is the National Association of Colleges Employers. This is their 2024 job outlook. And in this graph, it tells us exactly what those who responded to that survey said they're looking for in a college graduate. These are the skills that we are trying to help you develop. Perhaps you already have them. Perhaps you have some of them. But our goal is to help you increase and improve in each of these things. Problem solving, communication, written and verbal, leadership skills, analytical and quantitative skills. These are the things that your employers are looking for. So we want to make sure you get that. Now, interestingly, and I'll highlight this here, is that the GPA is not as important in hiring decisions as it once was. Just 38% of employers said that they screen their candidates based off of their GPA. So how do we do this? How do we get to the end? How do we stand here with our college president as a graduate of our college? Well, our programs are set up like this. You are here somewhere on that right side, the associate degree, the bachelor degree, or the certificate program. As graduates of high school or GEDs, you are here. We are providing you with that knowledge and skill so that you can move, whether it is into a career or to continue with your education. At Central Penn, like other colleges, we measure your progress in terms of credits. You will complete credits or courses. Most of our college courses are worth 3 credits. And you will complete somewhere between 60 and 120 credits, depending on your program. Most of our full-time students take about 9 to 12 credits a term. Our part-time students take 3 to 6. And these credits are related to about the amount of work that you should put into that course in a given week. For a typical 3-credit class, we hope that our students will spend between 8 and 10 hours of work each week. So as you are gauging your time, as you consider your week work schedule, your family demands, this is a good time to consider, what can you take on at this point? As I said, our bachelor degree programs are 120 credits, or roughly 40 classes. Our associate degrees will vary between 60 and I think 70, 76, 78 credits. And each of these are composed of certain pieces. There are going to be your major courses. Each of you will also be expected to complete general education requirements. Now, for bachelor degree students, there are 42 credits of general education classes or classes. Associate degree students will only be completing 21 credits of general education classes. These are important because this is where we lay the foundation for that knowledge and those skills that employers are looking for. In general education, for those of you who are pursuing a bachelor degree, again, you will be completing 42 credits. Those are broken down into 3 categories. The first being foundations. There are 27 credits. As it sounds, these lay that foundation. These are introductions into verbal communication, written communication, analytical thinking, citizenship, or quantitative reasoning. In addition, you'll complete 12 credits of intersections, and you'll cap that off with an experiential learning course. Our associate degree students will only be completing 21 credits from the foundations. Now, each of you, whether it's today or in this past week, will be receiving an academic roadmap. This is something that we, the college, our student success coaches will create, program directors will create for you. And what it does is it lays out all of the courses that you need to take, and it aligns them with the times and the dates that they are available. This is an invaluable resource. When you have it, please keep it handy. You will not stick to it all the time. Sometimes you will have to make adjustments. but these are important tools that will help you know exactly when you will graduate and give you a sense of what classes you will take when. Now, my time is short. Again, my purpose was to lay out essentially what is the purpose of Central Penn College and what is the purpose of our general education curriculum. Again, my name is Dr. Brant Ellsworth. I will leave my contact information here in the chat box. Please reach out to me via email or stop by my office if you have questions or want to know how a course is aligning with your professional development. And I'll be more than happy to explain that to you. All right. Thank you, Steve. The time back to you.
Thank you, Dr. Ellsworth. As the career services guy, I can certainly appreciate what Dr. Ellsworth is saying about what those employers are looking for, because I talk to them all the time. Next up on our agenda tonight, you are going to learn a little bit more about student services at Central Penn College. And to share that is Dr. Erica Wilkinson, who is our Associate Vice President for Student Success. Dr. Wilkinson.
Thank you all. It's wonderful to be here with you tonight. I know we've had a little bit of trouble with some people logging in, but it's my understanding that's quickly being corrected. So we should have everybody with us very quickly. I do apologize if anybody had some challenges. Technology sometimes can do that. As I was introduced, I am the Associate Vice President for Student Services. It's my job, along with everybody else's here, to help provide you all with the support you need on your journey at Central Penn, both academically, emotionally, personally, and in any way we can support you. So I'm thrilled to see so many people with their cameras on. Sometimes I feel like I'm talking to myself when we're in these sessions. So thank you for all trusting me with your smiling faces. I'm going to share my screen. Let me see. Wait, come on. Here we go. And share. And Steve, I'm going to need you to tell me or confirm for me that you can see my screen.
It's coming up. There it is. Yep, you're good.
All right. So let's start the slideshow. Come on. There we go. From the beginning. Okay, everybody can see this all right. If you have any questions, Steve will monitor the comment box and he'll let me know if there's anything you need me to answer at the end. And I'll also put my contact information in so that if afterwards you have questions, you're welcome to reach out to me. As I said, Student Services is here to help empower you on your success, on your journey here at Central Penn. Our mission is to cultivate a holistic student development through varied co-curricular experiences from enrollment through graduation. We support and empower students to achieve academic, personal, professional, and civic success. And the key word here I want to bring out is empower. Okay, we want to help educate you. We want to help empower you. We want you to feel strong and in control of your educational journey and the choices you're making. So we are your partner on this journey you're taking through your classes, registration, and all of the different things you'll go through. Student success comes from a variety of resources here at Central Penn. First off, you have a success coach. Based on several factors, you will be assigned a success coach. We have 3. You'll meet them a little later when we do breakout sessions. You've already met Elijah. He is one of our success coaches as well. They work in close proximity with your faculty advisor, who helps you more on the specific nuances of your program, what classes to take, where might you want to do an internship. Success coaches are for all the other questions you might have. How do I go about ordering my textbooks again? Or what do I do if I have a sick kid and I have to miss class? They're your first defense of resource. If you need a question, if you don't know how to do something, they're there for you to reach out to. We also have a learning hub. It's on the 2nd floor of the Bollinger building. This is open to all students, residential, commuter, virtual. And here again, we offer a lot of resources and co-curricular events, specifically the Bridge to Success, which I think you may have gotten in your email packet from admissions. We do weekly events where we have speakers come in, we cover different topics, and there's usually always food. I'm not above bribing students to attend with food. So those happen every week. So check that out. We, like I said, also have tutoring there. We have student workers who have been doing a lot of the same things you guys are doing your first time, filling out FAFSA, applying for work study positions, all of those kind of things. First year experience, Central Penn is very proud of being a school that attracts and supports many first generation students. And so we have a lot of first year experience programs to support students who may be the first in their family to go to college. And so some of these different tasks are a little bit new, as well as a PACT program that Elijah oversees, where, again, we do a lot of programming to help students on their journey with, using a planner to figure out when you're going to do your homework, when are you going to attend class, when are you going to prepare for your exams. So we have all of these different events. The best way to find out about all of this is to check your Central Penn email. I cannot stress that enough. There's going to be so much information thrown at you tonight that you'll probably not be able to remember all of it. So please, 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 every other day at least, maybe just quickly pop in to your Central Penn email and just see if you got an email from a faculty member, a success coach, just people wanting to know how you're doing, if you need anything. But that's how we all reach out to you and contact you the most. So sync it to your phone. It'll make it easy and you'll be good to go. Student engagement. You're not here just to go to class. It's a big part of it. Don't get me wrong. It's the big piece of what you're paying for, but there's a lot of student engagement, whether, again, you're commuter, you're virtual, you're residential, all activities that are offered at the college are available to everyone. Elijah does a lot of our student engagement. We have paint and sip nights with mocktails. We do karaoke. There's bus trips that happen. We support our athletics and go to a lot of the games. Residence Life has events specifically for the residential students. And we have a large number of clubs and activities that are planned on the campus. So you have the ability to be as involved with the activities that go on as you want to be. And again, those emails come out typically Sunday night or Monday morning, and it'll give you an overview of what's coming up for the week. One of the things you'll see on that calendar that I personally am the most fond of is when the pet therapy dog comes. My dog and I are a registered pet therapy team. He's a 4-year-old mini golden doodle. If I can find him, I'll show him to you. But I typically try to bring him to campus once a week to see students. And so you can come up to the Learning Hub in Bollinger and just sit on the floor and pet the puppy and reduce your stress and probably get lots of kisses and licks from him. But again, that and all the other activities will be, as well as the athletic schedule, will be in that weekly email that you get. Students' rights and responsibilities. Again, this is a very large section in your student handbook. I'm not going to go over all the specific details, but there is a formal judicial process. There are formal grievances and appeals and processes that you can go through if you feel like maybe some academic policy wasn't followed correctly, or, you think there's a problem with billing or something. If you think you have a problem where you weren't treated fairly, there is a section in your handbook. Please look that over. Don't hesitate to reach out to myself or your success coach if you have any questions about it. But we do have a very fair and judicial process for all students. Again, additional services, we want to support you not only academically, but also we have a campus health center. Again, those hours are posted on SharePoint, which I believe you can access from Blackboard. So there is a campus health center that you can go to. We also have a food pantry. There's a form you can fill out. Again, residential, commuter, virtual. If you are in need, if you have any food insecurities, your success coach can help you with that form and help get you maybe any resources you need. We have a mailroom on campus. We also have a career closet that I'm sure Steve and Career Services will talk a little bit more later, but recognizing maybe not all students while in school have the means to build a closet of professional attire for interviews and internships. A lot of great items have been donated to the career closet, and that's available to, again, to all students. Finally, we offer M&S counseling. This is a virtual counseling service that we partner with. Students are allotted 4 free sessions a term if they are in need of counseling services. Again, all information about this is on the Student Services SharePoint, and you can access that through Blackboard. You just have to make sure when you call for any services to let them know you're a Central Penn student. Otherwise, everything is anonymous that you share there. Nothing is reported back to the college. So if you are in need of any of those services, please take advantage of them. All right, finally, let's stay connected. Again, I've mentioned Blackboard several times. This is where, again, all of your academic classes will be located. Faculty post announcements, your grades, your assignments. You want to make sure you're checking in there. The SharePoint page I've mentioned several times. Not only does Student Services have a page, but other departments do as well. So you can check there. I've mentioned your email. And finally, you do have a Central Penn College app. And that's sort of like our internal app where we post updates. Students will post if they're selling textbooks. We'll let you know about what's going on campus. So again, it's good to have the notifications on for that so that you can be aware of maybe what's going on in case you missed something. All right. Where's my mouse? Stop sharing. Okay. Any questions? Steve, was there anything in the chat that I might have missed while I was going over everything?
I have one question for you, Dr. Wilkinson. It comes from Melissa, and she wants to know if she can bring her daughter to see Toby because her daughter loves doodles.
Okay. Well, possibly on a day you don't have class, because I'm not sure you can bring your kids to class with you. But we do have party on the patio on Thursdays, and I do try to bring Toby there. And if you're going to be around the college at any time, let me know, and I could definitely try to arrange to have Toby here. But yes, if you are on campus and your daughter's with you, you are welcome to bring her up to the Learning Hub to see Toby. Anybody who's a puppy lover is welcome in the hub to see Toby and I. You can also come and visit me. That's just another great idea as well. But again, I'm not afraid to use food and the dog to get people to come stop in. So congratulations on starting at the college. I know it's going to feel like a lot and you're going to be overwhelmed, but again, reach out to your success coach, reach out to myself, your admissions counselor. We're all here to help you. You don't have to feel like you're doing it on your own. Enjoy the rest of New Student Orientation, and I will talk to you all on campus starting next week.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Wilkinson. And somebody asked, what is the app called? It's if you just search under Central Penn College, the CPC app. So you could be able to download that from wherever you get your apps. The other thing I want to mention is all activities that happen on campus, services, events, and so forth are available to all students. So I know if you're joining us for the evening New Student Orientation, a number of you are probably going to be totally online students, or maybe you're commuter students, or maybe you're hybrid. But all events are open. Sometimes, like if Career Services is holding an event, I will have online students reach out to me and say, well, I'm an online student. Can I still come? Absolutely. All of those events are open. The only thing is, depending on the event, you might need a student ID. And I think Elijah is going to talk a little bit later about public safety, and he'll talk to you about how to get a student ID. So without further ado, we are going to move along and help you learn about some things that you're going to need to prepare for your class. And to do that, we have Kim Bateman, who's our application support administrator. And then I think she'll be handing it off to Dr. Jared Reif, our assistant professor of humanities and associate provost. So Kim Bateman, we'll turn it over to you.
Okay, and I think I already have my screen shared, so we should be ready to go.
You are good to go.
So I am Kim Bateman. I'm from the Office of Technology and Project Management, which is Central Penn's IT department, and we're here to take care of any questions or issues that you have related to technology. So please always feel free to reach out to us. You can stop by our offices on the second floor of Bollinger during business hours. You can also email us anytime at helpdesk@centralpenn.edu. Or you can call us, and our phone number is provided here, and I'll also show you another place where you can find our phone number. So what I would like to do with you this evening is just take a little bit of time to get you acclimated to using my.centralpenn.edu and some of the common tiles, the applications that you'll access from there. So to access applications, you're going to go to one place. You go to my.centralpenn.edu. So that's the only thing that you need to remember at all. That's going to get you everything that you need. So when you go to my.centralpenn.edu, you're going to see a variety of tiles here. So one of the ones that we're going to look at first is called CP Alert. So CP Alert is what you need to go in and sign up for so that you get notifications if there's anything major going on campus that would cause the campus to close or any other critical event going on. That's going to be communicated to you through CP Alert. So we're going to be moving into the winter months here where we may be getting some snow, and the college does close down the campus itself if we do have snow days at all. But we never completely cancel classes. Classes will just move online and you'll just do things in Blackboard. But if you do have any classes on campus, it's always good to be signed up for CP Alert so that you know if the campus is closed and you don't need to come. We're going to take a look at a few other tiles that are most commonly used. We will take a look at the Office 365 tile. We'll also look at the student portal and the Blackboard tile. There's some other tiles here that you might be interested in checking out, but those are the primary ones that you're going to be using. So as a student, you have access to Microsoft 365 at no charge. So you don't need to go out and buy a subscription to Office 365. That is part of what you're paying for with your tuition and all. So your Office 365, that includes things like Word and PowerPoint. You also have OneDrive, which is your cloud storage. So this is a great place for you to be able to save all of your files for your assignments and your projects that you're doing from classes. Because it's cloud storage, you can access it from anywhere, so you don't have to worry about losing your files. As long as you have an internet connection, you'll be able to get to them. You can use Microsoft tools such as Word and PowerPoint from the web, but you can also download and install these on your computer. So here you'll see this back image is showing if you're logged into your email, you can come over here and you can click on what's called the waffle, these little dots in the corner. And you can choose Microsoft 365 and open the Microsoft 365 screen. Or you can just use the Microsoft 365 tile from my.centralpenn.edu and then look up in this top right corner and you'll see the Install Apps button. So again, remember this is free and you can install on up to 5 different devices. You can also add your school Outlook account to your phone to make it easy to keep up with any email from the college. Remember that your school email account is what you need to be using to communicate with your professors. Don't be using any personal email accounts. When you're doing any communication with people at the college, you need to use your college email account. And that's because if you're emailing from a personal account, it might get moved off into a spam folder and we might not see it. We need to know that you are a student at the college. So if it's coming from your school email account, everything works much more smoothly. If you have questions about installing Office or about getting your email set up on your phone, please just contact the help desk and we will walk you through any of that. So another one of the tiles that you want to use is called the student portal. So this is where you'll go to do things like finding your class schedule. You can also use this for registering for classes. This is also where you'll review your midterm and your final course grades. So this is something that you're going to use periodically. No need for you to check the portal every day. Just when there's something that you need to do here, you would access the student portal. Now, since you're getting ready to start your classes, one of the things that you definitely want to do is look for your class schedule. So for your class schedule, you can go into My Academics over here on the left. When you click that, that opens up this section of the menu. Look for My Class Schedule, and that opens up this screen. So down at the bottom here, you'll see your schedule, but there's a much easier way to view your schedule and to print it if you want to do that, and that's through the schedule report link up here at the top. So again, My Academics, My Class Schedule, and then look for this schedule report link to be able to access your schedule. So another one of the tiles that you will use is Blackboard. And it was already mentioned that Blackboard is our learning management system. So this is going to be used for all of your classes at the college. And this is something that you do want to access at least once a day, I would say. How much is in Blackboard is going to vary depending on whether your class is online or blended or on ground. But at the very minimum, you're going to find your course syllabus. There's going to be information about your professor, and you'll see your grades here. Blackboard courses are going to open up 1 week prior to the beginning of the term. So you actually have access to your courses as of today. Now, the information that you're going to see is just basic information about your professor, about the course, kind of an overview. You'll also find what materials are going to be needed for your class. You're not going to have access to the actual course, the week 1, where you get in and you start doing things and have assignments and things that are due. That won't happen until the first day of the term, which is October 7th. Remember, with Blackboard, this is something that you do want to access frequently. So when you go into Blackboard, you click on the Blackboard tile from my.centralpenn.edu, and you're going to see a page that looks something like this. This is called your institution page. So on the institution page, there are going to be links here that are going to help you with getting to find out about things like, Blackboard navigation. How do you find your way around Blackboard? You have your online bookstore here. All those student services that you've been learning about, click the link right here, and that's going to take you to that SharePoint page where you can find out about all of this different student services, as well as having access to the survival guide. Okay, also over here on the left, beyond the institution page, we have things like your courses tab. So this is where you're going to go to see the actual courses that you're taking this term. Okay, so when you go in here, you're going to see that you may have your courses in different course views. The college is in the process of moving from an older version of Blackboard called Blackboard Original to a new version that's called Blackboard Ultra. So we currently have 2 different orientation courses that are available to help you kind of get acclimated to how these different Blackboard interfaces work. When you go in and you look for your courses, if you see Original Course View next to any of your courses, then you know that that course is using the older form of Blackboard called Original Course View. If you don't see that, then your course is using Ultra. So if all of your courses are using Original Course View, then don't bother with the Ultra version of the orientation, or vice versa. But if you have courses in both versions, you may want to look at both of the orientation courses just so that you have a feel for how to find your way around within those interfaces. We do highly recommend taking the time to go through the orientation courses. You'll find out how to do things like complete an assignment, how to take a test, how to interact on a discussion forum. And you'll get to actually try doing all of those things before you're in doing that in your real courses. Okay, so there are many things that you can do to be successful as a student, and one of those is to download the Blackboard mobile app from your app store. This is a great way to keep up with what's going on in your classes, since you about always have your phone with you. But please don't try to take an entire class using your phone. You really do need to have a computer to do this. The college does have loaner laptops available through the library if you get stuck and need to borrow a computer for a period of time. And we do also have labs available. In fact, one is called the Night Owl Lab, and it's actually open 24/7. So any time of day, weekend, weekday, you can go in and access the Night Owl Lab to be able to use the computers there. Be sure that you're logging into Blackboard and checking your email frequently. If your professor includes due dates for coursework, you can use the Blackboard calendar, and that's going to help you stay on track. Another tip is just to always start work early. You never know when you're going to run into technology or any other issues. So plan ahead for tech issues such as, have a backup plan. What are you going to do if your computer's not working? Or what are you going to do if your internet access goes out? Just think that through so that if it happens, you've got a plan and you can implement that and not have to worry about getting behind in your classes. Another tip is just to check your grades frequently to help you stay on track and know when it's time to reach out for assistance. We have lots of people here at the college ready to help you, but you need to know when it's time to do that. It's also encouraging to see when you're doing well, when you check your grades and your feedback from your professors. Okay, so we talked about the Blackboard app. We have a second app that was actually mentioned previously called the Central Penn app. So the Central Penn app is going to tell you what's going on at the college. So Blackboard app is another way to access your classes. Central Penn app helps you keep up with what's going on at the college. So what's next? What things should you be doing? Well, first of all, if you haven't logged into my.centralpenn.edu, be sure that you go ahead and do that. Make sure you have your account set up, that you're accessing Blackboard, that you can find everything there that you need to get started. Set up that CP alert so that you're going to get messages if anything important is going on at the college, such as the campus being closed. Look for your schedule in the student portal. See if you can get your email set up on your phone. And if you have any issues with that, reach out to us in the IT department and we would be glad to walk you through that. Also, the Central Penn and the Blackboard apps that we've just talked about, take some time to download those onto your mobile device. Also, download Microsoft 365 so that you have those Microsoft apps ready to go when you have assignments and projects that you need to work on. The Blackboard orientation, look for the course, start working through it while you have some time before classes start so that when classes do begin, you're not having to hunt around and figure out how to do things. You'll already know. And also review the orientation information in your courses. If you have a course that's in original format, you'll see an orientation over on the left-hand side with Start Here, Professor Information in the Syllabus. If you have an Ultra Course View course, you're going to see a Week 0 module at the top that you can open and find all that information out about how to get started. And always remember that you're not alone. We're here and we're ready to help you. You'll find contact information for the help desk and for other campus resources right over here on the My.CentralPenn page. So reach out, ask for help. We would love to be able to help you through your learning experience at the college. And best of luck to all of you this term. Okay, thank you. And I think I'm handing it over to Jared, I believe.
You are. Dr. Reif, are you with us and ready to go? Thank you, Kim
I am
Bateman.
with you and I am ready to go.
All right, Dr. Reif, it is all yours.
All right. I just dropped a couple of things. One thing into the chat, which was just a kind of a more put you to sleep late at night when you have trouble counting sheep guide to purchasing textbooks, which we'll get to in a second. But first off, wonderful to have all of you here with us tonight. I'm excited for about 30 of you because you will be in my CPC Foundations class. So I am looking forward to that. I'm excited. Fall to me is always the wonderful time to start college. There's just something in the air. So you're doing it right. Tonight, I want to talk to you a little bit about the library as a resource, and then we'll get into probably what most of you are curious about, which is textbooks. So for starters, I think for me, the library was an underutilized resource for my undergraduate degree. It wasn't until I went for a graduate degree that I think I realized how much I had not fully utilized the library, and in particular, librarians. So whether you are on campus, we have a physical library. It's a wonderful resource. And our librarian, Margaret Shakti, is absolutely stupendous. Or if you are virtual or you're remote, she is also a wonderful resource to you. So everything that you can find in the library can be found either physically or can be found digitally. And I would encourage you to utilize our librarian. Librarians are a special breed. They seem to be just kind of naturally curious and seem to have lots and lots of answers. So I think if you go through your associate's or your bachelor's degree or your master's program and you fail to interact with the library and with Margaret, I think you've done yourself a disservice. So that is my plea to you to be not only a successful student, but to be a good one at that, and to use our library and the librarian in particular. So now let's talk about textbooks. About 18 months ago, Central Penn partnered with Harrisburg Area Community College, or HAC, to utilize their resources for our bookstore. And so what that means is that we have a couple of options when it comes to how you get your books and where you get your books. So first, you are able to go to the physical bookstore on HAC's main campus here in Harrisburg, and you're able to purchase your textbooks if you so choose to do so. If you would like to have them emailed to you or sent to you to your physical address, just like most things in the world today, you are also able to do that. If you're on campus and living on campus, you can also have your textbooks delivered to campus. So if you don't have a vehicle, or you don't have ability to go to the bookstore and pick up your textbooks, during the first week of school, so next week through Friday, you will have your textbooks delivered to you. And when they are coming, you'll be notified, you'll get an email, and you'll just go into the library and you'll be able to pick them up. Very easy. If you do have questions, and I'll reemphasize this again and again, as our bookstore, if there's something that you have a question about, or your textbook isn't available like in the format that you want it, or you're curious about where your order is, whatever it might be, reach out to them. They are our bookstore. They have a large staff, and they are willing and always able to help. If you are having trouble and you feel like you've communicated with them, by all means, reach out to either Margaret or to myself, and we'll help. Your faculty are also resources that you can reach out to and say, hey, I'm having trouble with this, and they'll get a hold of us. But by and large, just like any bookstore, if you go in and you communicate with them, they're going to be able to help you out and do it. So let's talk a little bit about the type of textbooks you can get. First, some of you, like in a business class or in a couple of the allied health classes, your textbook is embedded into your course. So you'll pay a course management fee, and that's all you need to do. When you log in, you'll be able to use the resources of the textbook, and they are just integrated into each weekly module, and you'll be able to access it that way. If you prefer a physical copy, you're welcome to do that as well. And they come in different varieties. You can get a new textbook, you can get a used textbook, or you can rent a textbook for the term, depending on if you're going to use the book again, or depending on what your budget is. All those options are available to you. You can get an ebook, which means that when you purchase the book, you'll get a confirmation email, and within that email, there'll be a code for you to follow and enter, and you'll be able to go through essentially an online viewing system, and you'll be able to open your textbook that way. And then lastly, and for those of you who are in my CPC Foundations class, we'll be using an open educational resource, or OER book, which means it's a free book. It's nothing you have to purchase. It's something they put online, and it's a wonderful resource, and that's all you have to do. And in some classes, I guess, you also don't have any textbooks because teachers will provide you with all the materials. But since we're just talking about textbooks, that's where we are. So in order to purchase your textbooks, you can simply just Google or type into your web browser, if you use something that's not Google-based, just bookstore.hack.edu, and you'll be taken to this web page. And there's two options here. You can either click on the textbooks drop-down menu, where it says buy/rent your books, or they also have a little button here on the right side of your screen that says find your textbooks here. Both of those options will take you to the same place. When you do click on that, you'll be encountered with this drop-down menu. So first, you're going to want to select a campus. So in addition to Hack and ourselves, also a couple other colleges use their bookstore. So just make sure you pick Central Penn and you pick the term that we're starting, which is fall. Now, each class you take has a 3-lettered code to start. So for the example, this one, I chose an English class. And so the 3-lettered code for that is ENG. And so Kim talked about a minute ago about finding your course schedule. When you find your course schedule, each one of those classes will have this 3-alphabeted code against it. Next, you'll be able to select the course within it. So in this case, it's now the 3 letters and 3 numbers that accompany every course. So in this case, it's ENG 101. And then you'll select the section of your class, which will also be in your schedule. A quick reminder for always to kind of help you out is that if you're taking an online class, it's a Z number, or I should say letter. If it's a daytime, it's a D, or if it's an E, if it's an evening. Now, we generally don't have any classes that differ, so it doesn't really matter if you're picking the online or the daytime section. You're going to find the same class, the textbook, no matter what. So it's not a problem if you pick the wrong section. So once you've done that, you just click the little button that says add the course to the list, and you'll go through again and you can add all your courses in the same fashion. So if you're taking 3 or 4 classes, just go ahead and add all of them. And then once you're done, it will generate all the textbooks that you need. And you'll see here's an example. I have a PTA book right here. And so this is a book for kind of pediatric PTA. And you'll notice that you can either get a digital rental if you want to choose that little plus button, or you can get a new or used book. Just add the pluses and the minuses to decide which one that you want, and it'll go ahead and just add it to your cart. And like all things, we know how to put things into cart and we know how to check out. So I've already sent Hack's Library a list of all of who you are with your emails attached to your names and your student numbers. So they know who you are. So as you are going through and entering in for the first time creating an account, make sure you use your Central Penn email to identify yourself so they know who you are. You'll also be able to select your shipping method. Either you can pick it up, you can have it delivered to campus, or you can have it delivered to yourself, okay? If you are using either a credit card or a gift card or financial aid, just make sure you check Central Penn and that kind of voucher point that you do that. You should have gotten an email probably several times over with any of that financial aid available to you to purchase textbooks. If you haven't gotten that, reach out to your admissions counselor. They'll probably walk you through it. It's probably just sitting in your Central Penn email, which maybe you have or have not accessed yet. Review your order, make sure it's the text you want, make sure it's sent that you want, make sure you put in the billing information that you wanted, place the order, and then you'll get a confirmation email from the bookstore. So that in the nutshell, I mean, most of you are probably well versed and can do all sorts of purchasing online. So it's pretty straightforward. I'll also say this because sometimes people get nervous that they don't have their book right away. And because they want to have it at that very moment. We as faculty understand that people aren't always going to have their books at 8 a.m. on a Monday morning. And so in most cases, we've either lightened the load for that first week, or we'll provide you the first chapter or the first bits of reading. Not always, okay? But if it hasn't happened and you're still waiting for your textbook, don't panic. It's not anything to get any sort of anxiety about. Reach out to your faculty member and they will gladly work with you. They're not going to be upset. They're not going to be angry. They're not going to demand that you should have done a better job. Okay, it's not a problem. So as with most things, just communicate. and take a deep breath. You will all be fine. And not only do I look forward to seeing many of you in both the physical and the digital campus, but I expect all 188 of you to be at commencement, either in 2 or 4 years. So put a pin in it, and I will see you there, okay? If you do have any questions, I will be here towards the end to be able to answer any kind of individual questions. Just looking at the chat real quick, you cannot purchase a laptop or an iPad through the school. That's something you'll have to do on your own. Sometimes you can get a voucher to get one, but you'll have to see if your individual financial aid will be able to make that happen. So again, talk with your admissions counselor and they might just connect you directly with financial aid to make sure that that happens. All right. Wonderful job, you guys. You're still awake. Impressive at 7:01 at night. I'm going to pass the ball over to Mr. Hassinger, who is just wheeling and dealing.
Thank you, Dr. Reif. We appreciate your questions and your attention. And Dr. Reif talked about, just communicate. And that is really the key for so many things to help you be successful when you go through school. Communicate with your professors, communicate with your success coaches, just communicate. If there's an issue, let us know and we'll try to help you resolve it. Somebody else said, can you rent a laptop through the school? We do have some laptops that are available for loan through the library. So if that is a need that you have, contact the library and they can get you set up with that. All right, onward and upward to get an overview of our public safety department. And I believe that Elijah Tinson, who is one of our success coaches, is going to give you an overview of public safety as well. So Elijah, I'm going to turn it over to you.
Thanks, Steve. Can everybody see it clearly? I'm gonna make sure it's working all good.
Yep, you're up.
Cool, copy.
I'm actually, Elijah, I'm actually on.
Oh, you look, listen, if you want to do it now, by all means, go ahead. I don't got to do it.
Yeah,
It's
I'm
all
good to
you,
go now.
All right, so we're going to kick it over to Marcus Hayward, who is our lead public safety officer. So you are hearing right from the source.
All right. Good evening, everyone. I hope everyone is doing well. Again, my name is Marcus Hayward. I'm the lead public safety officer with the Office of Public Safety and Campus Wellness. Just here to provide you with some information regarding our team so that you're aware of who we are and what we do on campus. So we do strive every day to provide students with a safe environment. That's every day. We have 24/7 security here. Public safety is on 24/7. So there's never a time where the office is quote unquote closed or anything like that. And we're not on property. We're always on property. We have full-time and part-time staff that's on duty. We have a great relationship with the East Pennsboro Township Police, other police departments, and also other emergency first responders as well. So that's important for you to know. We do have a lot of different things, a range of duties that we have that include conducting foot patrols, our safety escorts, which if you would need a safety escort, you would just contact us to let us know that you would like to go from one of the buildings to your suite, or from your suite to your building to your vehicle. There's not really a lot of questions asked. We don't need to know why you want an escort. You just let us know that you want one. We find out who you are, when you'd like us to meet you, and then we escort you to to the location that on campus. Unfortunately, we cannot escort you off campus. So please keep that in mind. Anywhere that we escort you has to be on campus. So we do have residential student lockouts, so you can contact us if you're locked out of your suite. If you reside on campus. Of course, we have to enforce the policies and regulations as well. We also have what we like to call an open door policy. So that means if our door is open in the office, you're more than welcome to come in and sit down and talk to us. It doesn't have to be about rules or regulations or policies or anything like that. You can come in and simply say, I had a great day today. I took an exam this morning and I got an A+. Congratulations. We always want to be positive, have a positive reaction positive response when you provide us information like that, or try to encourage you if you come in and having a bad day, you know, try to encourage you to have a better one. So different things like that. So just so you can be aware, when you're on campus, it is required of you to have a Central Penn College student ID. That's important. That's a must-have. All campus community members are required to have their identification card while on college property. It's important for us to know who we have on campus, so that's important. So please keep in mind that if you are asked by either public safety or a faculty or staff member to produce your ID because they're just unfamiliar with who you are actually required to show it to them. You don't have to give it to them, but you are required to show it to them so that they can identify who you are. It's just, you know, it's just that simple. If you happen to lose your card, if it gets damaged or stolen or anything like that, please stop by the public safety office so that we can get you a new one. Please keep in mind that there is a fee for that. It's $25 that will go to your student account. You will then get an email from the business office, which will inform you of how to rectify that with them. That's not something you pay to us. You don't pay public safety office any money or anything like that. You work that out with the business office, and then they will get you all squared away with that. All right. All right. So parking on campus. So everyone, faculty, staff, and students are all required to have parking permits so that we can identify your vehicle. If anything should go wrong, the parking permit number will coincide with who you are, and we can reach out to you so that we can say, you know, we need you to move your vehicle because of whatever might be taking place. It helps so that we can contact you. So we did send out an email, and some of you responded in regards to your photo IDs, sending in photos ahead of time. You can also do that. I forgot to mention that. I apologize. But you can also register your vehicle ahead of time. There's a link on our website that you can go on and apply and register your vehicle. Once you register your vehicle, when you come to the office, you'll need to bring your valid driver's license and your valid vehicle registration. We use that information to compare to the information that you provide us on the form that you do online. We also have the form in office. So if you wanted to wait until you came here to the office to complete the form, you can do that as well. Either way, you would need to stop here to show us your driver's license and your vehicle registration, so that we can then issue you your student parking permit. And once you have that, it does have to be displayed at all times while you're parked on campus. All right. So one thing we have is something called UTIP.
What's the email?
It's an anonymous reporting service used to report any suspicious activity or behavior or things like that. Once you send it, you don't have to put your name. It's supposed to be anonymous. So you would send any email. You would start off by typing Central Penn, and then after that, you would provide us with the information that we need to know, so that we can follow up with the information that you provide. So that's very important to know that. The only way that you would not remain anonymous is if you inform us of who you are in the text message that UTIP sends us. So otherwise, you're completely anonymous, right? So something else that we offer is CP alerts. Now, when you go to your portal, there'll be an icon there for CP alert. So the CP alert is Central Bend's timely warning and emergency alert system. So any emergency notifications, a significant emergency or dangerous situation currently occurring or immediately threatening campus. Those types of things will go out, like if there's anything weather related or any type of emergency, those kind of things are what we use the CP alert for. So you can receive them. There's a number of different methods of communication, voice, text messages, emails, messages on Central Penn College's main telephone number. You can also go to centralpenn.edu for that. Posts on the college official social media sites. So if you notice those, like on the TVs that are around campus, the college TV displays, physical postings on campus, you know, there's different ways that we will notify you of extreme and like important information such as this. All right. At this time, that's all I have. The Office of Public Safety and Campus Wellness wishes you the best while you're here on campus. If you need anything, please make sure that you give us a call. Our office phone number is 717-728-2364. Our email address that comes to the whole department is publicsafety@centralpenn.edu. Thank you all very much for your time and attention.
Thank you, Marcus. And I do see one question here. Will
Yes.
showing you our driver's ID and vehicle registration be something we do on the first day, such as move-in day, or the days leading up to the first day of class to get a parking ID?
That's something that you would do. We do ask for your ID if you're coming in to get your, we do ask you for a driver's license if you're coming in to get your student ID. We also ask for it if you're coming in to register your vehicle. Those are the times that we typically ask for that. Other than that, there's really there's no other need for us to ask for that information.
So can they do that on move-in day?
I want.
Yes.
Yep, and a cup for juice.
Yes, they can do that on move-in day. So
Okay.
on move-in day, when they come, if you've already sent a picture in and everything for your ID, that's great. If you are coming to register your vehicle, we will ask you then for your driver's license and also your vehicle registration as well.
Great. Okay. And we typed in the email address there. Some people were asking for a repeat of the email, but it's typed in the chat. So I think that's it. So thank you, Marcus.
You're welcome. I will go on, and just in case anyone else wants to submit a photo ahead of time for the vehicle information, I will go on to the chat and post both of those links so that you have them.
Okay. And if they're an online student, they can send you the photo, right?
They can. Yes, I'll provide the link that they can send the photo
Yep.
in advance. Yes.
Okay.
It should be an appropriate forward-facing photo, so that there's not a whole bunch of activity in the background, things like that.
Okay.
All right.
I think that covers it. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, now we're going to share one more resource with you here before we go to the breakout rooms, and we are going to let you know about PSECU and how you can become a member if you're not already a member. And to share about PSECU, we have Jen Necrone, who is not only from PSECU, but also a Central Penn graduate and a Central Penn student. So Jen, I'm going to turn it over to you.
Thank you so much, Steve. I hope everybody is doing well tonight. So I'm just going to share a short PowerPoint presentation with you guys to give you some information about PSECU. Get this up. Should be coming up here shortly.
Yep, good to go.
Nope, that is the wrong one.
Okay, not so good to go. Cute little doggy on there, though.
That was another presentation I was working on. All right, let's try this again. I'll move this over to the other screen. We'll do it this way. All right, so while I get this up and running, are any of you guys PSECU members? See a couple people. Awesome. All right. You guys seeing my screen?
Yeah, now you're good to go, Jen.
Okay. it in presentation mode. There we go. All right. So are you guys seeing just the one that says get to know us and not the next slide?
That is correct.
Perfect. Okay. So for those of you that are not familiar with PSCCU, it stands for Pennsylvania State Employees Credit Union. We've actually been partnering with Central Penn for 8 years now, and we would like for you guys to look at us as a resource, not only to do your banking with us, but also for financial education. So to give you a little bit of background, we've been around since 1934, super solid institution. Our model has always been a digital first, and being a credit union, we are not for profit. So what makes us different is that we do not build branches on every corner like some of the other, most of the other institutions do. So we have a branch in Harrisburg. And coming March of 2025, they just released that we will be opening up another branch over in Lemoyne, across from the West Shore Farmers Market. So we're pretty excited about that because we've only ever had this one branch through our business. But the reason why we do that is because we don't want to invest money in branches on every corner. We want to be able to invest the money back into the business and back into our members' pocket. So just to give you a little bit more in depth, I'm not going to read this, verbatim, but we really want to provide high quality products and services and really low cost financial sources. So our philosophy and the credit union philosophy is people helping people. And we put this into action with community sponsorships, scholarships, and our free financial wellness resources. And our promise to you is members achieve more. And here's just some benefits. And also to let you know the difference between credit union and banks. Banks are for profit. Like I said, credit unions are not for profit. So we have our members. We don't charge, fees as much as the banks do so that their stockholders can earn the money. But we are over $8 billion in assets and still growing. We have over 590,000 members across the United States. We are the largest credit union in Pennsylvania. And again, a lot of people don't realize this because we don't have branches on every corner. But some of our outreach is the financial wellness that we do. We also have a very large community support. One of the other things that we support is with the colleges is our scholarships. So when you're a member of PSCCU, you can apply for the scholarships when that comes out, and you can check the box off that says, yes, I'm a member of PSCCU, and be eligible for ours as well. So we do have a ton of ATMs across the United States because we share with the credit union network. So you can use any credit union's ATM for free. We actually reimburse you if you use a bank's ATM. So there's a lot of benefits, and we kind of break the mold of traditional banking as well. So I do have some questions for you. There's just 3 questions. So the first question I have for you is around scholarships. So you guys can put this in the chat. Do you think grants and scholarships are free money given to you? Perfect. There they come. Yes, they are definitely free money. That is money that you do not have to pay back. So please apply for any grants and scholarships that you are eligible for. So speaking of our financial education resource, this is our resource page, which is just psccu.com/learn, or you can scan the QR code, but it gives you a ton of information. It's a free resource if you're a member, if you're not a member, if you want to learn about budgeting, about fraud, identity theft, how to establish credit, how to pay down debt. There's videos, there's blogs, there's all kinds of stuff on here, and we're very passionate about this. All right, money question number 2. Do you think it's important to have a budget? Oh my gosh, I love the yeses coming in. So hopefully you guys all have budgets. Super duper important. And if you guys need help, I can certainly help you with that. So some of the other membership benefits is this isn't just going to be a membership while you're at Central Penn College. This is going to carry you through the rest of your life. You can take us wherever you go. It doesn't cost you anything to join because of the relationship that we have with the school. We deposit the membership fee for you. We also give free overdraft protection transfer service, which if there's enough money in the savings account, we'll transfer it over to you free of charge to cover any expenses that come out of the checking account. We give you a ton of free alerts, and we got rid of our overdraft fees too. Super easy to transfer, discounts when tax seasons comes up. And we also have our PFS, which is PSCCU Financial Services, which is another great resource to take advantage of. If you ever want to sit down with a financial consultant, you're able to do this for free. All right. Last question for you guys. If you can only save $5 a paycheck, is it worth it? Awesome. Yes, it is. You never know exactly. Somebody says it adds up. Yes, you never know what's going to happen. And if you can only put $5 away, please do, because it will certainly help if an emergency comes up. You'll have a little bit to go towards that. We want you guys to be able to concentrate on school and not worry about finances. So for those of you that are not members, if you'd like to join, we do have 2 promotions going on right now. We have a up to $300, which comes with a direct deposit requirement. And then the $100 cash bonus comes also with a purchase requirement. So you can kind of read those disclosures, see which one fits best. And if you'd like, then you can scan the QR codes and become a member. And also, once you are a member, we do have a referral program that's on our website. And you just type in your name and the email address that we have on file, and you can refer up to 10 people every calendar year, and it's $50 per person. So you can receive an extra $500 per year. And it just helps our business grow and helps you put more money in your pocket. So again, my name's Jen. You guys will see me on campus. I do table usually in the ATEC lobby. We do partner with some events, so you'll see some fun things going on campus. But I am a certified credit union financial counselor as well. So if you'd ever like to meet with me and discuss one-on-one, please feel free to reach out. I do cover Central Penn College, Hack, and Elizabethtown College, so I do try to get on campus at least twice a month. But if you ever need me, just reach out via email, jnacrone@psccu.com.
All right. Thank you, Jen. Jen is awesome, and she's a tremendous resource for you. And she has some really cool, fun games too. Like,
We do.
particularly like giant Jenga and stuff like that. So you may see her in the lobby and stop
Is
by and
there
play.
any way, I'm sorry, is there
Uh,
any way that I could like in the chat get her email address again?
Sure.
Yep.
Yep.
You can put that in the chat, can't you, Jen?
Yes, I can.
That would
Okay.
be perfect. Awesome. Thank you, Jen.
You're welcome.
Good deal. Okay. At this point, I think we are ready to move on to some breakout rooms. So, Elijah, are you going to explain to us what's happening with our breakout rooms here?
Yes, I'll do that. I just want to, before I do that, just share again, first week of classes. We have the event called Back to Class Blast. So if you guys are on campus, please come out to that. That's where a lot of the organizations and stuff will be showing, some of the things that they like to do and things of that nature. So just so you all are aware. Side note. But yeah, so basically what's about to happen here, you're gonna see it in a second. It's gonna say something along the lines of the breakout rooms are open. And what you were going to do is basically there's a set of breakout rooms, right? You're going to go according to the one that you feel services you, slash there's a couple that you probably should go to. Um, but particularly for the dental program, the allied health, surgical tech, or phlebotomy, there is breakout room specific for you guys to go to first before you go to the other ones. So if you're in any of those programs, go to that program breakout room first before anything else. After that, everybody else that is not in those programs, or if you are in those programs and once you finish, there are breakout rooms for the student success coaches, which you need to go to. And then after you go to that one, you need to go to the career services one. There's also a student engagement / sports one. If you guys have any questions about that, you can go to that one as well. And a bookstore / tech question one if you have any questions about that stuff. But the breakout rooms are all meant for you to be able to use these opportunities to ask questions about the resources, things of that nature. If you are having any issues trying to get to a breakout room, put it in the chat or just let me know, and I can move you over to that breakout room as well.
We need medical billing and coding in the chat.
Gotcha. I thought I had that one. Hold on one second. There's an extra room. So just use room number 9. Nikki, if that's okay.
Okay,
Room number
medical
9.
billing and coding will be in room 9. That's
Yep.
great. We need that. Thanks.
Got you. No problem. And again, if anybody needs to get moved to a room, just let me know. Okay. Okay. Oh, great. No, forgot the darn place.
How do you get it to a room again? I'm
That's
sorry.
what I'm saying. I can help you. Which room are you trying to go to?
Medical billing and coding.
Okay, give me a second. Let me here. As long as everything doesn't move on me. We got Larissa. Okay, Marissa, you should receive some form of notification. There you go. Okay. Zach. So where's Zach at? There's not a room for accounting. Just go to the success coach one if you are in the accounting program, business administration program, any programs that I did not name. So if you're not in any of the medical programs, go to the success coach one.
Elijah, can you move me? I can't find what I'm supposed to do here.
I got you. Hold on, Julie.
No surprise.
It's all good.
So this is the first time I haven't gotten into my room by myself, but
I was about to say I did it the same way. I don't know why it was acting a little funky earlier.
yeah. Thanks. I appreciate it.
I got you though. I'll move you.
Thank you.
Back.
Thanks.
No problem. Let's see who else needs help here. Give me 1 second for anybody that is trying to go to a breakout room. Trying to move some people. You need to go. Did you need to go to a room or no? I don't know if you need me to move you by chance.
I think I'm okay for now.
Okay.
I'll peek around if I need to. Thank you.
Let's see. So anybody else that's in here, OTAs, you guys are just going to the Success Coach one as well. I just noticed that your message, my fault. Let me see if I can move you.
Okay, thank you.
Courtney, did you need to go to a certain room?
Can you put Amala in the dental room?
Yeah, I can do that.
Thank you.
I think I tried to move Amala already and I didn't get nothing, but let me see. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I tried to move the Success Coach one. Let's see if I can.
Is there a room for like the childhood management part?
No, there's not. So you would just go to the Success Coach one.
Okay.
You need me to move you there or do you know how to do it? Okay, I got you.
Can you move me?
I got you. No worries. Should give you a notification. Well, I tried to move everybody that I could.
Yeah, I know, me too. So,
It sends the notification. They got to click yes or no on it. So
right.
I'm gonna go ahead and pop in a couple of the rooms.
Okay, sounds good. Me too.